Hey everyone, today's topic. There are 7 different contributors to your retirement through real estate, and the last one is you. Brandon here from Build to Rent Investing and Financial Talk. Please like and subscribe, give your comments, and I look forward to you listening to all 7, nailing financial freedom one build at a time. So, what I want to talk about here are the 7 contributors to your retirement, your financial freedom with real estate. And I want to start out with the number 1 contributor, and that's with your financing. The beauty of real estate is banks and other people love to finance real estate. And with that principle, it's other people's money. And so when you are getting the returns on that asset, you're able to acquire much larger assets using other people's money, and you get a multiplied effect to your return. I'll give an example why I have the 4X. Let's just take the principle of 3% appreciation of the property, because you have this levered appreciation with debt. Typical traditional financing, you're going to have to put down 25%. And I'm just going to use the example of a $300,000 property. If you're putting down $75,000, if that $300,000 property had appreciated by 3% with all your money, your return would only be 3%. But because of leverage and levered appreciation, you're getting a 4X multiplied return. That 3% would be $9,000 on a $300,000 property. Based off of $75,000 down, your return would be 12%. That is the power of other people's money, letting others contribute to your retirement. The bank is contributing to your retirement by allowing you to have levered appreciation and be able to purchase an asset with leverage. But I would say stay conservative. Even with leverage, you can overdo it. Too much of a good thing then becomes not a good thing. I recommend always to start at minimum 25% loan to value, so that if things went sideways or went south, you could get out of the property and it wouldn't take you down. Personally, I prefer starting out at a 70% loan to value. But that's number 1. Number 2 is your renters. Your renters are contributing to your retirement and to your financial freedom. We want to look for properties that cash flow. So you're looking for properties that cover all the expenses, including the repairs and the long-term capital expenditures. When you have those, your renter has contributed to them. In every property that I do, these are brand new, I start out allocating 7%. But if you're buying resale, you want to look at averaging where you're allocating and you're looking at a property, include 15% of the rents to cover those vacancy, capital expenditures, and those repairs and long-term maintenance. So your renters are paying that, and it still cash flows. I personally will not buy a property unless my cash on cash return on the money down is 10% or higher. But we're looking for cash flowing property. So your renter is contributing to your retirement, giving that cash flow, but also paying for all the repairs, paying for the vacancy, paying for the principal paydown of the note that you got with the bank. That's the second biggest contributor. I think 1 and 2 are very similar. This isn't in descending order. I think both are absolutely important. But you have those top 2, I think, are the biggest contributors to your retirement. The number 3, it's the IRS. They're helping contribute to your retirement also. The tax code is written for investors, and especially for real estate investors. With levered depreciation, since you have a loan, most of the time, your excess cash flow from your renters will be tax-free. What a problem to have if you make so much from your renters that you have to pay a small portion in tax. But the vast majority of your excess cash flow, because it's levered depreciation, it's tax-free. So then you can choose to do with that money, reinvest into another property and continuing to propagate this investment with more real estate. Number 4, I say, is government spending. They overspend, as we all know, and because of that overspending, putting that money out into the market causes additional inflation. And inflation is your friend if you own real assets. We have right now, I would say it's a bifurcated, a K-shaped economy. You have the people that are getting ahead are the asset owners, and then you have the asset renters. You want to be an asset owner because who's contributing to your retirement? It's not most of the time you. And the government spending helps you out because they deficit spend, which causes more additional inflation, which causes real assets to grow in value. Number 5 is the economy. Our economy is growing, and it will continue to grow over every decade. Our nation is growing. I would say for me here in Texas and in North Texas, we're one of the top growth metropolitan areas in the country. The Dallas-Fort Worth area has grown by almost 200,000 people per year. And the economy, I would say nationwide, we still have a lack of enough housing. That helps grow your business. Number 6, the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve will change the rates. And during times like this, they will change the rates where you can then refinance and lower your rate. Look for the Federal Reserve to make those changes and take those opportunities to refinance and to lower your rate and to get additional cash flow. Then the final thing, the final contributor, and I think the smallest contributor. Number 7 is you. You are the final contributor to your retirement and your financial freedom. But all these others are contributing to your retirement and your future with real estate. They are contributing over the math of time, over the time, way more than you ever contributed. You can reach financial freedom much quicker with real estate versus buying other investments, maybe the stock market or whatever, other investments when the predominant amount of money is your own money. With this, because of bank financing and doing that at say 75%, vast majority of the financing and the acquiring of that asset is using other people's money, but yet you get all the business. Once again, Brandon here from Build to Rent Investing and Financial Talk. Nailing financial freedom, one build at a time.